about the private ships that are being built?
All he knows about it is whoever is backing it has lots of gold. But strangely, most of them aren't deep sea vessels. They're more coastline traders.
Okay.
Beyond that, until they're built and set out of harbor, he doesn't know specifics. It's a, they pay their golds in fees, and he kind of leaves them alone.
You might be able to purchase one.
If we want to take a ship in a week, is it going to cost us money?
No. You have the consul's good wishes, and as such, he will arrange and take care of everything for you. And at that, there's a knock at the door, and once again, the man from behind the desk peeks in and says, "Sir, we have some business on the docks when you finish up here." The harbor master, obviously trying to close up the conversation, says, "Stop back in the morning, and I'll let you know if I've come up with something.
Okay.
Unless you've arranged other transport, in which case I understand."
Okay, thank you. Bye, homie.
Thank you, bye.
Bye.
Alright, so you step outside.
Yeah, we're going to go to the
Can I crawl outside? Never mind. I don't know.
Rusty and
Rusty Hammer.
Headed to the Rusty Hammer. Well, Ross,
we're already there.
you get to the gate first.
Should have called the Rusty
The
Trombone.
outer gate.
Okay.
You travel through many gates to get there. As you reach the gate, one of the guards says, "Be warned, the gates close at midnight, so plan to be back by then. No one's let in after midnight."
Because
that's
it's
right.
a gated
The
community.
trouble that they're having
Dusk
in
is starting to
the
set.
And we're heading to the
Is-
Rusty
They
Tavern.
pinged you from
Is that a town
from
though,
the-
too? A
city.
small
They're having
town?
problems
It's
getting transport
kind of just
in
the
and out.
suburb. It's not quite as refined. It's more of a... It's not a pirate town. It's a fishing town.
Okay.
It's just a village that's set up around the docks for those people that can't afford the main docks.
They're having problems getting people in and out of the
Once you
city.
guys are outside the city walls,
And there's someone who's making ships.
you notice the buildings are, kept in a bit poor condition. The streets are dirt instead of stone. And there's a whole lot less people around. You can see down on the shoreline that there's some smaller docks with smaller vessels tied to them, most of them fishing vessels, not suited for long travel, although a handful of larger boats are docked further out on the short docks. And the main road from the east gate leads towards the shoreline at kind of a slight angle. And once the three of you have traveled a short distance, you can see a sign hanging from a large building showing a ruddy red hammer and the words Rusty Hammer scrawled on it, hanging off the building.
Jordan goes in and busts in the door and he goes, "Daddy's home!"
Okay, as you approach the building, you notice that it's much better maintained than the surrounding buildings, and there is a very well-kept stable to the east of it. And as you approach the door, two men in ringmail are entering immediately before you.
Oh.
The door opens to a small foyer with a small, kind of thin window and a door on each side, one to the west and one to the east. The men in front of you guys, as you walk in, walk up to the window and speak to whoever's beyond it in kind of hushed tones, and then go through the door to the east.
Listen, perhaps? 20? 18 plus 2.
Nothing immediately, just we're here for drinks.
Okay.
We know the rules.
Okay.
And as the three of you step up, the woman behind the window immediately says, "Sorry, inn's full up. You'll have to try somewhere else."
My good madam, we are here to inquire of a man named Tillis, sent to engage in our...
She stops you. "First time at the Hammer, I see. If so, just remember to mind the rules. No weapons used in the tavern. Same goes with magic. Tellus doesn't build this place for you guys to get drunk and slash up the place. If you think the rules don't apply to you, check the case on the right when you enter. That'll show you what happens to the people who don't follow the rules. Settle your fights with fists or settle them in the streets. Pay for your ale and your fare up front. Don't like getting shortchanged either. If you don't like the food or drink, go somewhere else. You ain't getting no refunds.
Do you happen to have room in the
No
street?
music. If we wanted a bard to sing a tale somewhere else, we'll hire one.
My good ma'am. Clearly you have
That being said, and she's very weathered. It's
Cut me
She's
off
gone
there.
through this
Yeah.
many times.
That being said, as long as you can follow the rules, you'll enjoy your time at the Hammer. And she motions to the door at the east.
To the door to the east.
Yep. You guys are gonna get the same greeting when you get there. I'm assuming you guys are gonna stumble your way there.
Okay.
What's the case on the
Later.
side?
So you guys, well, they're gonna enter first. Do you guys want to see what's in the case
Yeah.
first? Once you step through the door to the east, the first thing you'll notice is it's a giant, giant tavern. Tables and booths fill a common room. A bar along the north wall is, incredibly well stocked. Booths are on all edges. There's several doors on the east and west walls, and one on either end of the bar. Above the bar, on a small balcony, a very elderly man who appears to be deep in study of a stack of books sits. To the right of the door as you enter is a case.
Dramatic.
Inside
You
the
want to
case.
look at the case?
Yes.
In the case are bits of bone, piles of ash, and broken bits of equipment. Above the case is a large sign, and it says, "Tellus doesn't tolerate those who break his rules. Here are those who have broken the rules." The bar itself is full of rowdy folk, varying from farmers to fishermen and herdsmen, dock workers, even, what you would assume to be mercenaries and adventurers in armor, and it's really loud.
There's a bone saw in the corner too. He said no music, but they didn't say anything about speeches.
Oh god.
And we're gonna die.
It's loud, and most of the people in there are obviously on their second or 22nd ales, and barmaids are coming in and out of the doors alongside bringing out fare to tables. And as you enter, a group of 3 herdsmen get up from the corner booth on the east wall, and head for the door, freeing up a table.
Saunter on over to the table, I guess. Talking to Jordan. Strange place. No music. What kind of Philistines are these?
As soon as you sit down, a barmaid comes over.
Tractor barmaid?
Nah, not really. 5 copper for common grog, 1 silver for the high quality. Meals are 2 silver pieces for the best soup we got and a loaf of bread. 5 silver pieces for fall casserole with the same loaf. And a gold for steak with vegetables. Wine is a silver piece for a glass and 15 gold piece for a bottle. Hard stuff is a gold for a sifter, and it's only 1 per customer.
Bottle of wine, 2 steaks, and at least 2 beers right off the bat of the higher quality stuff for Jordan.
Alright, so 3 gold, 7 silver. She holds out her hand.
You ever 4 gold?
Alright, she reaches into her.
No change, man.
Thank you, sirs. I'll have it for you in a moment.
You die for tipping.
No tips!
I write my order out. Your
You
eagles
right?
just outside circling.
So eventually, over time, you're all going to arrive there. You
Yep.
can just pick your animal companion. You found it and somehow found your way.
Rat. Camel.
When the barmaid comes back, I want to inquire
Shark.
about Tellus.
Shark. In a wagon full of water.
and about these insane rules.
A porpoise with purpose.
She glances very nervously up at Tellus
It's the old man with the scrolls.
Whoa.
and says, Tellus doesn't like much information being given about him.
Wand of create water. What was that for Jordan?
They do.
Oh yeah, that's different groups. Alright, yeah, different conversation.
Michael Jordan?
Is he above in like a balcony?
There's
Yeah.
a balcony over the bar.
Okay. Is
He's
he
the
like,
man with the.
He's reading books.
oh,
His nose is in a book.
Do we make it there yet?
You guys made it there. You get the same greeting.
All right, let's go in.
Okay.
So everybody's showing up.
It's too
I'm
loud.
assuming. Roll listen, everybody. The four of you that have been there. The rest of you guys just got there.
Okay.
Oh, not me?
No.
Well, I guess there's 5 of you because Mark's characters, Ross's characters, and Belleville.
7 and 17.
5.
10 and 14.
Over time, you guys, sitting there, you're conversing amongst yourselves, but you're also kind of listening to the conversations that are going on around you. Some of the things that you hear. Harvest come fall should be remarkably good, and it's a good thing given the drain on supplies the refugees have had. Forests have become dangerous. More and more attacks and disappearances, and docks have been insanely busy with all the extra travel out and supplies being shipped in. Shipbuilders have been hiring on extra staff with, some say dozens, some of the conversations say hundreds, some of the conversations say scores, of deepwater sailing vessels being purchased by Lord Shackleton with gold up front. And you have, the typical talk that you would get at a northern Minnesota bar of, I banged this girl, she was my sister.